Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we are live again for another Spotlight Hour on Pokemon GO. Of course, every Tuesday 6 PM till 7 PM a featured Pokemon will spawn, and today is Yungoos, so Yungoos Spotlight Hour. It will start in around 7 minutes time, and we will be hunting for that Yungoos shiny. But first of all, we have got a luck egg on. We are going to do Roar of Time and extend that luck egg, and also put our daily adventure incense on as well. So we'll extend this luck egg out now using the Dialga Roar of Time feature for, we'll at least go for another hour, should I say. Let's put that on 50 candy used, an hour of luck egg, and we will start catching some Pokemon just before the Spotlight Hour spawns. Now there is a launcher there, we are after that. The most wanted shiny of this year in our 2025 targets. Now we are not particularly in an event so far on Pokemon GO. Of course, the legendary flight event is well underway. That is the event where the Dynamaxes of Articuno, Zapdos and Moltres are released. That event is well underway. But at the moment, in terms of any other event where it affects wild spawns and stuff like that, we're pretty much in between events. We've just had one event finish, and the Lunar New Year starts tomorrow, which is the year of the snake. So I'm looking forward to see what that event brings when it starts in the morning. But that should be starting around about 10 AM local time tomorrow. So some of you may get that, depending on where you are, sooner than us here in the UK. But hopefully it's a little bit better event than what the last one was. The last one didn't really affect any wild spawns. It's a little bit disappointing in terms of wild spawns, the Steeled Resolve event. Of course, it was a release of Rookidee, which was quite nice. It was obviously locked behind 2K eggs, or you could get it in the wild if you put a lure module on, a steel lure module that is, on one of the Pokestops, and stood by waiting for Rookidees to spawn from that lure module. But they were the only two ways of getting it, so the best way was to get it from those 2K eggs. Of course, 2K eggs as well have higher IV chance, with the lowest IVs being 10, 10, 10. So you do stand a better chance of getting a decent Rookidee through going through a 2K egg route. But other than that, the Steel Resolved event was a little bit disappointing in my eyes. It could have been a lot better than what it was. But hopefully the Lunar New Year makes up for it. But as of today, the wild spawns are very much all over the place until we get to the 6 o'clock Spotlight Hour start time, and from there they'll hopefully all go to Yungoos, and we can start shiny hunting that Yungoos. But it is important to say as well, if we do encounter a shiny just before 6 o'clock, if you don't want that particular shiny, you can wait for it to turn into a Spotlight Hour shiny, and therefore that Yungoos, and it turns into, will be shiny as well. So you can only do that going into events. You can't do that coming out of events. So that even works for the likes of the Lunar New Year event as well, which will start tomorrow. If you wanted to, if you found a shiny, let's say at 5 to 10 in the morning, 5 minutes before the Lunar New Year event starts, and it's a shiny you've already got plenty of, you can sort of save that, and then when the Lunar New Year event starts, it might turn into a newer shiny or a different shiny, and one they actually need. So definitely worth bearing that in mind. Hi Will, thanks so much for joining. How are you today? Now with the, thanks so much. Now with the Spotlight Hour, obviously Yungoos, as we've just said, is the featured Pokemon, but Spotlight Hours always have a bonus as well, and today's bonus is 2 times transfer candy. So if you've got any rubbish legendaries or rubbish mythicals, i.e. Deoxys has just been about on raids. If you've kept any of those, transfer them during this hour and you'll get more candy for them, twice as much candy for them, in fact, than you would do if you normally transferred them anyway. So we have got quite a few things marked up for the 2 times transfer candy, a lot of Dialgas and some Ho-Ohs as well from Shadow Ho-Oh raid weekend, or raid day should I say, a couple of weeks ago. We've got loads of Shadow Ho-Ohs as well that I will be transferring. Yeah, I'm good, thanks Will. Thanks very much for asking. Yeah, Pokemon's awesome, isn't it? That's why we're all here. So as you can see, there is a Dynamax Zapdos just ahead of me. We have got enough particles that we could do one, but potentially we might do one after the Spotlight Hour. I will try and create a YouTube short as well of me doing a Dynamax Zapdos. Of course, it can be soloed. It is a very difficult solo. What's your friend ID? I'll put that up on the screen now. If you want to add me, then please do. I will be trying to do some Dialga raids as well during the Spotlight Hour, so I can invite anybody to any Dialga raids as well. So make sure you take a screenshot of that. Yeah, the cards just keep going up and up in value. It's incredible how the cards just keep rising in prices. There's a lot of love for the cards. Of course, they keep bringing out new sets as well, which is awesome. And some of the graphics on the cards are really top draw, proper nice graphics. Yeah, I think there's like 2 different kinds of people when it comes to collecting the cards. There's people who like collecting every single card, i.e. collecting the set, complete, full. And then there's other ones like me who just have a favourite Pokemon, i.e. Gengar, and just collect anything to do with Gengar. So Gengar, Hunter and Ghastly, I just try and collect all the cards of them. That's the only thing I'm interested in. I don't like collecting sets. I just like collecting the different variations of Gengar, Ghastly and Haunter. But it's one of those. It's like very much like Pokemon GO. You can play it in your own different way, which is what makes it awesome. So Yungoos Spotlight Hour has just started, as you've probably guessed, by the influx of Yungoos which have started appearing around us. Now the shiny for this is a very nice shiny. The yellow stripe gets replaced by a purple stripe. I do play a little bit of Fortnite, yeah. There's a few videos on the channel. I don't go on it all the time. I'm definitely not an avid gamer of that. I'm always on Pokemon GO more than anything else. Hi Max, how are you? But yeah, Yungoos shiny is a very nice shiny indeed. It's got a purple stripe instead of a yellow stripe down its body. It is super cool. Yeah, I'm good, thanks Max. Thanks for asking. So like we mentioned before, with the Yungoos Spotlight Hour, it is 2 times transfer candy. So let's get transferring those. We have just hatched a Wynot actually. No decent Wynot, unfortunately. Right, so let's get transferring some of these Pokemon. Now we are going to be, this is probably our Wynot. There we go. He's already gone in a bin, so I don't know what that's going to do to the game. Surprised it didn't crash then. But yeah, let's transfer some of these ones that we've tagged here. So the tags come in really useful when it comes to this sort of stuff. So 2 times transfer candy, 46 different Pokemon in here, mainly Deoxys and Dialga and Ho-Oh, Shadow Ho-Oh from that Ho-Oh weekend, and obviously Palkia as well. We've had that in raids recently. Now, if you do want to mass transfer legendary Pokemon like I've just done here, obviously double candy, which is really cool during the Spotlight Hour. But if you do want to max transfer, then make sure you've got the setting turned on in your on the settings on your Pokemon GO app. There is a setting where you have to turn on if you want to mass transfer mythicals or legendaries. So make sure you got that setting turned on, and then you'll be able to mass transfer legendaries as well as all other Pokemon. I did just see one of our regulars in the comments, so thanks very much for dropping in. How are you? Now we need to get our aiming right, I think, with this Yungoos. Try and hit as many excellent throws as we possibly can. Like I say, we haven't got an XP bonus tonight, but yeah, I'm good, thanks mate. Thanks so much for dropping in. So yeah, no XP bonus tonight. Quick stop by, good luck on the spotlight out. Cheers Dan, thanks so much. But still, with no XP bonus, we really want to try and rack up as much XP as possible with these Yungoos. We have got that luck egg on, so technically we are 2 times catch XP at the moment because of that luck egg. But of course that luck egg doubles every type of XP that you can earn throughout the game, even spinning stops. Quite a lot of Yungoos around here, so we'll just collect these. Now we've got our daily adventure incense on. We're obviously hunting for those Galarian birds as well. We did see 2 Galarian birds, one of the last spotlight hours. It wasn't the last one, it was the one before. We ended up seeing 2 in the hour, which was incredibly lucky. Both of them were Zapdos. And unfortunately we couldn't catch either of them. We did hit excellent throws on both of them, and neither of them stayed in the ball. But I'm not too begrudged by Zapdos. Yeah, Shiny Yungoos is available. As was just explained before you joined the chat, we discussed how it looks really, really cool when it's shiny. In fact, I've got a couple in my storage which I could show you. The yellow stripe on its body goes to a purple, and I think its brown parts of its body also go